Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, students. Today I'm going to start with a marketing subject by the name Promotion and Distribution Management. For that, I want to introduce, as I am a new person for you all guys. My name is Muhammad Azam Khan, a native of Hyderabad. Coming to my qualification, I completed my MBA, B.Ed, M.Ed, and MA. And coming to my experience, I work in AQ IBM College, and then uh, as an assistant professor I worked and joined over there, and I was there till 2016. After that I went to Maldives for 1 year. I'm having 1 year international experience. Then I was working with Temoris. Temoris is nothing but it's an uh, minority residential schools of Telangana state. I was a principal over there for a government sector on contract basis. Now coming to our subject, this was my small introduction. uh, दो लफ्ज़ों में बस पोशीदा मेरी कहानी, एक लफ्ज़ में मेरी जवानी, दूसरे लफ्ज़ में मेरी कहानी. You can able to understand. Now coming to the subject, I hope students please give attention what I'm going to explain. It will be an interesting class for one and all. I hope so. Now, why this subject has been selected for MBA candidate? That is important. A brief introduction about this subject, then we'll go into the unit and subject in depth. So first of all, the subject name is Promotion and Distribution Management. Okay, so the promotion and distribution management is totally is a marketing subject. In the marketer, when you will join as a manager, when you will become a marketing manager or a sales manager, or when you will become a supervisor for a manufacturing unit or for a big restaurants also. Sometimes the product means what? Product is nothing but a thing. It can be an idea, it can be a service, it can be a good, it can be a place. That means like restaurants, hotels, a picnic spot, uh, it can be a casino. We can't say about the future where the students will get the opportunity to work. So you people should have to be aware of all these things, because these are the upcoming, not upcoming, it is a running uh, industry, I can say, like food and restaurants. These are a very important sector nowadays. This picnic, tourism, and hospitality, medicines. This industry sector is very important nowadays in throughout the world. Now, once you become a manager or a manager, it's your responsibility to bring the changes in the sales ratio. That means whatever the product the manufacturing or the company is making, they will hand over it to you. That means it is on your shoulder. You have to sell that, you have to take out, then only the company will get the benefit. Many people are there, they will manufacture it but they don't know how to sell it, how to promote it. In this chapter you are going to learn, or in this subject you are going to learn how you are able to promote your product, and how you are going to distribute, and how you are going to manage your product, managing the product. Now you have done your MBA, then what you will learn, that is important. In your first sem and second sem, you know, those are the common subjects. Some are some common subjects and some are core subjects, in that also you have selected. But here, when you are going in the marketing specialization, that means the students who have taken major marketing and minor marketing, for them it is very important. Don't think that I am a finance and I am a HR person and I will do the job in this only. But in current situation and scenario, it is not like that. I have seen the persons who have done their finance, they are doing marketing jobs also because of less opportunity. Okay, I'm not saying that we are not getting finance, it is also there. It's up to you on your hard work, on build up your skill and ability. But nowadays many people, they are looking for a good salesperson or a sales manager or team worker. So here you people will be aware of how the product and how you should have to promote it. So we'll come back to our subject. That's the first unit. It's nothing but marketing communication. I repeat, marketing communication is your first lesson name in production and distribution management. Promotion and distribution management. So promotion and distribution management is one subject. In that, the first unit is marketing communication. Now I'll just open a link here. You can see on the screen. Uh, just a minute. Yes, I have made some PPTs for you guys. You can have a look in this. And this is your first unit. Okay. Marketing communications. We'll have some introduction to marketing communication. What do you mean by communication? Communication means exchange of ideas or thoughts or information from one person to another person, from one place to another place. Is that clear? Next. What is the meaning and definitions we will learn here? Marketing communications are those techniques that the company or business individual uses to convey promotional messages about their products and services. Experts of marketing communications design different types of persuasive communication and send it to the target audience. Whatever the audience they are having, that means the marketing will target the audience, whatever the data they are having, and they will focus on it because they know what sort of customers will purchase their product. Product differs in different places, in different time. As you know that mobile phones nowadays, it has become a need of every individual. Many companies are coming and going, ups and downs are there, and because of their promotions, because of their sales promotion, because of their advertisement, because of their promoting and distribution, how they are managing their uh, demand was in boom and the people used to purchase. In 2011 and 14-15, there was a huge demand of Samsung. Everyone were going for purchase of Samsung. Then Apple came for a few months. Then nowadays many people are going to purchase like Redmi, and many products are coming. If I gather out of 100, I can get 60 to 70 people they are going for Redmi because of its features. But it is not guaranteed that always it will be there. After a few months, if any new company is coming with its new features and when it is coming with the new promotional strategies or distribution method, then it will get down. That means the competition will come down. An example, in 2000, early of 2000s and 2000 up to on the first decade of 21st century, 2001 to 2005 to 2012 or 13, I can say, there was a company by the name Motorola mobile phone. No one is using nowadays now. Why? Because they have unable to build up the features. What is the problem they were facing with company? So they are not able to promote it. They are not able to manage it. So manufacturing the product is not important. How you are going after manufacturing, how you are going to uh, distribute and how you are going to promote your product so that you will get a good returns from the customer. So they have to purchase the product from your side and there will be a increase of demand in the market of your product. So for this what you need? Communication. Your message should have to go in a proper way. Marketing communications is one of the technique that the company or the business people are using nowadays for their promoting of their goods and services. Example, uh, Amazon online shopping, they are providing their services. Swiggy food part, they are providing their goods. There are ups and downs in that companies also. The product will be failure or something, but people are crazy to purchase now because they are promoting their strategies via TV, social media, whatever it may be. Experts of marketing says that communication design different types of persuasive communication, send it to the target audience. We have to communicate in such a way that expert says that your communications are such a tool that it is going to promote or it is going to build up the interest or attention or desire or an action in the customer to purchase the product, or it will motivate the customer, someone who are not willing also, by seeing the celebrity, by seeing the other persons who are the fans of this audience, they will purchase. My hero has wearing this earring, I too have to wear it. It has been passion. The peoples are going with the different haircuts because of their celebrities. The boost is the secret of my energy. First Sachin Tendulkar used to say, now Dhoni is saying, people are using. If I take a common example of Hyderabad, during the month of Ramzan, many people will consume halim. Which is the best place of consuming halim? You will say 2 or 3 names in the city. It's like Shah House, Pista House, Shada, that's it. First thing it will come in the mind. Many people are coming throughout the corner of Telangana, or even though I come to know that it has become a national and international product, some people will carry to other places also. So after seeing, listening to other people also, other people will get influence and they will purchase the product. So communication is such a thing that it should be maintained properly, effectively, so that the customers will get the correct information and they will ready to buy it. Now, elements. What are the elements of marketing communication process? In marketing communications process, we are having 9 elements. What are those? We will see here in this diagram. Sender. For example, a person is a good orator is there and he is giving the message. Receiver. The second major element is receiver. Sender, receiver. These are the two major elements. First two major. I am using the word first two major elements of communication process. The sender is a person who is going to send the message, who is coding, partly sending the message to another person. And the receiver is a person who is receiving the message, partly receiving the message or fully receiving the message from the sender side in the shape of a symbol or information or the data. Encoding. What do you mean by encoding? We'll go one by one, everything here you will come to know. First, see this picture. We need a sender, a receiver, and this is the message media, how the message is in the form, and what is the source of message we are using to deliver from one person to another person, from sender to the receiver. So the encoding is there. Encoding is nothing but where you are going to collect the information in the shape of a symbol or the information, and you are encoding it, and you are sending it to the message. Again, the receiver will get the message. That means the encoding message will be translated into the decoding. Whatever the symbols will be there, they will receive the same over there, and this is a process in technical term. The receiver will be there. After getting the receiver, he will respond. That means action will be there. For example, a good celebrity has wish you or greet you. What you will do after getting the information from him? You will also greet him or you will also wish him. Yes or no? That is their response. Either it can be positive or negative. The same thing in the communication skills in marketing. That means in this subject or in this part, you will able to learn that when the customer get the clear information about the product. That means the person who is sending the message from the company side he can be a celebrity, or he can or she can be a well-known person, or the ad or the information or the message or the data or the symbol, or it can be an idea, or it can be a thought, or it can be a goods or service, what it may be. So these things will have to able to understand by the receiver. That means the customer. Here receiver is nothing but the customer. If they get, then they will respond to it. Example. See, every child nowadays, no, every child in every home, every family, they are having their children. Minimum, if the source of income is also very less, the parents want their children to get at least minimum 10th standard. If he is a small, or if what can we say, is a poor person, he will send his children to the government school. Now the mindset has been changed of the parents, because they know that at least if my son get 10th class pass, he will be able to get the license, passport, XYZ documents. It's education is a service sector, but everyone wants it. You may have seen the corner street schools where the people, even though the ground is not available, library is not available, basic equipments are not there, labs are also not there, but even though they are sending to their children, at least he will learn or she will get some knowledge or something better than nothing. So that is important. So the customer will also think about this, and the company person or the manufacturer or the seller should have to focus on the target audience. How you will get the response. These are the general introduction what I was saying. Now we'll go into the depth in our next slide. Now the diagram explains various components. First two components are the sender and receiver. Second two are components are message and media. The other features of this model are encoding, decoding, response, and feedback. And the last feature is noise. Noise is random and other competing messages that more often interfere with the communication. This model emphasizes on the major key factors that play an important role in the effective communication. It is imperative to know the market response and your target audience before you send any message. Okay, so this is important. So what's happening here? Now, sender. What the sender is doing? The sender is a person initiating the communication or sending the message. It can be a person or a party like a company or a government or organization. The person means here sometimes the company will hire a good orator or a celebrity, and they will promote the product of the company. As I told just before that Boost is the product which is used for, it's like an energy drink for everyone, especially for women, for sports persons, or small children. A complain boy also. I'm a complain boy, I'm a complain girl. This was an old advertisement when we were students. Keep in mind one thing, my dear students. Every company wants to promote its product in the best of the best way. Some companies are promoting the goods in the different way. They are targeting the customers. You may are aware of the product or not. Nowadays, some goods are not getting exactly what it has to. That means they are mixing some nonsense items, and it has becoming a improper product. I'll give one example. I'll convert your minds or divert your minds towards the history side. Before independence, India. In India, on those days also it was some crores of population was there, not less than 100 crores, but in Portsmouth it was, I think, I guess it was like 50 to 60 crores population on those days. Maybe or may not be, I'm not sure about this. Uh, on those days, people were very healthy. They were not getting big stomachs. They were very lean. They will be energetic, and they were not getting any small kind of flus. So their health was very good. The Britishers, they think, and they have done the research, and the doctors of the British, they have examined the blood test, they have taken a sample test on those days and comparing the England continent, country, sorry. Indians are more healthier than Europeans. He had made the report. The reason is salt. You know what the salt you are eating? That is iodine. In on those days, the salt used to be formed at the seashore level, and because of that, Dandi March was took place. And the salt, when we are taking the salt, one of the property of the salt is that it should have to get melt in the sun. So people used to keep in the pots on the olden days, and this will keep it far away from the sunlight. Nowadays, you may have seen sometimes, like we used to call it like Lord's salt, mota namak. If you are keeping outside, the water will come out from that bag, salt bag. That is pure salt. Nowadays, people are going for the convenience. With our batsmen should look good, nice and good. So the captain cooked salt. A pure iodine, nothing. If you keep it for n number of days, also it will be good. Why? They have totally added some chemicals in that, and it has become like that. So we are eating chemicals with salt also. So that's the reason we people are becoming early. You may have seen that white hairs are coming. Some different kinds of diseases are forming in our body, and it's not letting you out. When we are eating a pure salt, the body will get sweats, and all the bacteria will come out by that sweat. You won't fall easily sick or ill. Now, so what happened? That Britishers had done that. If it is like so, then it will be problem for us. So they have added some chemicals in that, and they become the iodine something chemical salt has been become. From those days till now, many people are doing. But even though now they have target all the old salt people who are selling. If you type on the YouTube or Google also, Sayada Namak or Lahori Namak, if you type, or Red Namak, you can find it on in Gujarat, Sisho, Punjab, some part of Punjab. Okay, you will find it in nowadays also. If you just go on Google, you know what the cost of Sayada Namak, that means Sayada salt, worth of just 250 grams. It is near to 400 to 500 per kg. You will get at the cost of 900 per kg salt. I'm talking about salt. Say the number. And that salt is very good, and it will be in the light pink or amber color. So you have to go. So the companies Lahori Namak people, that means Lahori Namak is there, even though it is in Gujarat in our India, we'll get that. I forgot that Lakshmi peoples are the surprise or someone are there. If you book online also, nowadays also, you'll get it. And you taste it. Your home salt and that salt. You'll identify it. So, what the Britishers had done, they had done the promotions with the help of the doctors. Oh, no, you have to go. Iodine is needed in your body. So, everyone are going to purchase iodine salt, that is Captain Cook or Deepika, some salts are come. I am just giving here an example. So many people are purchasing the salt. Ashirwad Namak, Ashirwad Atta, Captain Cook Namak, Tata Namak. These are the products were manufactured by the Indian and foreign companies. So the thing is here, the sender, here the Britishers had target to the doctors on those days also, and they have given the advertisement with the help of the dentist also. If you are using this salt, it is good and like that. So they had made such a promotion in such a way that people forget to take the Deshi Namak, Indian salt, and they were focusing on the iodine, totally which were manufactured with the help of chemicals. You can ask the question, sir, what is Deshi? What is the difference between Deshi Namak and chemical Namak? Those is also manufactured by us. Yes, but they had the formula was made by them, not by us. Next, the thing is here coming. The person is such a that means the sender. A person is initiating the communicator or sending the message. It can be a person or a party like company or a government organization. Encoding. It is a process of assembling symbols to communicate the message, or simply put, the process of giving thought a clear form through the use of symbols. People use words and images to convey their intent message. While encoding, sometimes what will happen, apart from message, we will use some images, we'll show some symbols and sign, like thumbs up, it is the thunder. This is one example by Salman Khan and many celebrities have done. Mountain Dew, डर के आगे जीत है. That's he will hold a bottle, Mountain Dew, and it will jump from a big mountain. Something there. Like there's many advertisements will be there. Many people are just trying to convey the customers, their customer, the target customers for the sales. Message. Now, the message itself is the core element in the process of communication. It is a set of symbols that the senders transmit are the content of the communication. Message is very important. What sort of message we are providing, it should be clearly understandable to one another. Then only it will work. Now, if I say media, next one is media. Media is a channel or the communication that is used to transmit the message in the case of verbal communication. You might be using a phone or talking to the receiver directly. For delivering a written message, you can use an email or a chat tool like WhatsApp, social media, some other things. Media is the channel of communication that is used in the transmit the message. Is used to transmit the message. In the case of verbal communication, you might be using a phone or talking to the receiver directly. For delivering a written message, you can use your email or chat tool like WhatsApp. So, two types, verbal or written. Okay. So, for verbal, no need of writing should be there. For written, we need the message clearly written. If I ask you, read what is there on my back side of the screen. You say, sir, nothing is there. I say something is there. Read. No, sir. What, sir? You have gone mad or what? Nothing is there. Because you can see the truth. What our mind, what we are seeing with our eyes, and what our mind is going to accept, that is called the truth or science. So that's the reason is that you people are able to manage. That means written part, by seeing that message, people sometimes they will convert. If you are buying one, buy one get one free. These are the items. Now, so media we are using. What sort of media? That's either WhatsApp, email, Yahoo Messenger, Facebook, or Twitter. You advertise. Now, decoding. It is a process of interpreting the message, or the process by which the receiver assigns meaning to the symbols in a message. Decoding is the opposite of encoding. For example, when you read an email, you are encoding the message in it. It is clearly mentioned. It's a process of interpreting the message, or which the receiver assign meaning to the symbols in the message. What the sender is sending, the receiver is going to receive that whatever the message or the symbol he is getting. He will be able to understand. Decoding is the opposite of encoding. For example, when you read an email, you are decoding the message in it. This is your decoding. The receiver, the sender has sent the mail to you, and you are receiving and you are reading it On what basis? After decoding it only you are reading that. Next, receiver. Who is the receiver here? A receiver is a second party involved in the process of communication. There can be several receivers of the same message. A marketing manager sends a proposal to a customer and he reads it. The customer is a receiver of the message. That means a receiver is the second party. Either he can be our customer or the another side of the communicator. Communication means sender and receiver both will be there. So is another side. A receiver is the second party involved in the process of communication. There can be several receivers of the same message. I am communicating here and many people are watching and seeing. So you people are the receivers. A marketing manager sends a proposal to a customer and he reads it. Whatever the manager is sending the proposal to the customer for buying or purchasing, he will read it. If the customer receives the message, then he will take the action or decision. Yes, I have to purchase, or what is lagging, either in the demand or in the price, what it may be, he will go for, if he likes that. If he doesn't like that, he will not purchase, but he will have the information. If someone will ask him, I want this product, means first he will give the preference of that mail. I got the mail. It will click in his mind and he will say to that person, you purchase this item from this company or this brand or this logo, what it may be. Response. It is a reaction of the receiver decoding the message. Once a receiver is exposed to a message, there were several possible responses. Whatever the message he is sending or decoding, he is going to make it. Understand? The next is you have to be very careful. The response. In the response, you may be having positive or negative response from the customer side or the individual. It's your duty that how you are manipulating or how you are getting it. So the response will be in the form of again the attention, desire, wants, interest, and action. After seeing the celebrity reaction, the customer will able to purchase, or by listening the message or getting the message or logo, the customer will get convinced or motivated to purchase that product. So he is going to purchase. So this is a response. The company will take one person as a celebrity and he will text the message or he will pass the message to the audience or to the public. The public, after decoding and after receiving the message from the sender, they will able to give the response to the company product. After seeing the response, then he will come to know that how much effectively this work has been done. That means how much effectively this advertisement has took place. Now, next thing we will go is feedback. It is very important. Every company nowadays, they are gathering the feedback from the customer side and they are working on it. What it may be. It is a part of the receiver's response that get the communicated back to the sender. For example, after seeing an ad for an HP laptop, you might want to buy it. It depends on you. Noise is not a part of the planned communication. It can erupt from other source and mess the receiver's decoding of the message. Noise is the unplanned distortion during the process of communication, which may cause the receiver to receive a different message than the intended one. Now, various source of dimension. So I repeat once again here, students. What are the 9 elements? First one, sender, receiver, encoding, decoding, message, media, feedback, noise, and one more, response. These are the 9 items we have to. Next, various dimensions in marketing communications process. There are 3 dimension process. One is source dimensions, message dimension, and dimensions of receiver. Source dimension is nothing but what source of dimensions you are using, either by an individual or a group of people are doing your advertisement, or a celebrity is doing, or without personality. That means some ads will be there without celebrity they will do, some animations ad will be there, or some direct message, a voice will be there. No, it can be a directly, that means direct message, direct promotions will be there, like a tennis star, what's her name, Adri Agassi. She will advertise about the rocket, tennis rocket. So the people are purchasing that, and the source credibility, source power will be there, how much it is there. Coming to the message dimension, in the message dimension, the message strategies will involve what sort of, that means knowing the best way of communications, what is the message, what sorts of message we have to communicate to the customer so that they can able to understand our product and they are going to purchase within a short span of time. That is very important, conveying the message. It is in such a way that we are going to convey it, like big bazaar, इससे अच्छा सस्ता, इससे अच्छा और सस्ता नहीं. So it is very best and cheap, good and cheap. People are going towards that. Many things are there. People are going to fulfill their bellies, to fulfill their needs. The basic, one of the basic need is food. If you are eating the food in the 5-star hotel, you may charge high. If you are eating the same food at the corner street or on the small shop or restaurant or hotel, it will only charge very less. So it differs from person to person, place to place, time to time. But your message is important. Now, the last one is dimensions of receiver. Here it's nothing but receivers and nothing but identifying the target customers. Target customers are very, very essential, and in this you are going to see which market you are, whether you are going for the niche market or the streaming market, mass communicating. Here the response process will come. How the response process will come? By seeing the attention, desire, action and interest of the customer. These are the things we have to promote and we have to work on it. These are the 3 dimensions of communication. Now, steps in involving the effective communication skills. What are the steps are there in involving the effective communications? The first one is identifying the target customer or audience. Who in a group of people we are going to target. What is your product and how you are going to target that. That is very, very important in this. For example, I will take my product is that is sphygmomanometer, where the people's will be check their BP, what it may be. BP machine nowadays it has been become easy. So in the audience, a group of people will be there to whom they are targeting. They are targeting to the doctors and nurses, staff nurse. Thermometer is a product to whom they are targeting. They are targeting to the doctors, nurse. Doctors means our mothers are also home doctors. Keep in mind, if in a home, if a mother is having a newborn baby or a small child, okay, they'll keep the thermometer at home, and whenever the child is feeling ill or sick, they'll check the temperature. Depending on it, they'll go for a basic medicines or first aid. To whom they are targeting? They are targeting to a doctor or nurse, medical person. So this is one example. Depending on the product, you have to target to the audience or the customers. Now, determining the response, or how you are determining the response, that is important. How you are determining, that is very, very important. The marketing communications must decide what response is sought. In many cases, the company is not able to find it in such a way. That means, in many cases, the find response is purchase. But purchase is the result of a long process of customers in decision making. Normally, audience stages are awareness, knowledge, liking, preference, conviction, and purchase. If first the thing is for purchasing, they should be aware of the product. Then they should know the knowledge of that product. Then their liking will be there. If they like the product, then their preference will be there. if they are preferring to that product, no. Then conviction, they should have to get convicted to themselves. Yeah, I have to purchase, I am in need of this, then they will purchase. So you have to determine the communication objectives, you have to determine. Marketing communicators needs to know where the target audience now stands and what stage it needs to be moved. That means where the customers are and where they have to be. So they will build a gap in between these, and they will make a wall or a ladder to uh, build up this gap. The marketer or the company peoples, they will identify their target audience. After identifying the target audience, they'll come to know what how the determining message response should have to sort out. How their liking, how their awareness should have to become a purchasing part. They will create such situation. Example, if you go for any big shopping malls like Mall or uh, what we can say Big Bazaar or the Metro one, you will go along with your family, and what they you are going to purchase some homemade things only, or your groceries, what it means. But they will target to the young children also by displaying some chocolates, cookies, candies, toffees, XYZ. Once our children see that, and they will make our parents to let them buy it. We came for one thing, but wantedly or unwantedly we are purchasing some other goods also. Why? Because this is our display. How the response, the customer, the marketer is creating the awareness and knowledge and but liking and what we can say conviction purchasing of the customer from that part. That is important. Our children will go unwantedly. For example, I will take my own example. If I go with my wife to purchase some goods, if my child will say that I want this, means we have to make it purchase for him or her. So what will happen? My money is going unwantedly. I just came by making my mindset to purchase some pulses like some dals or some goods, grocery goods or homemade goods for my family, for my house. I know that eating chocolates is dangerous, it's not good, but my child doesn't know that. After knowing that it is a not good item for my child, even though I am purchasing it for my child, because otherwise she will cry here or he will cry. For the timing, at least I am going to purchase it and worth of rupees from 10 rupees to 50 rupees or 80 rupees, it depends on whatever the like. Unwantedly I am giving from my pocket. So like that the marketer will target to the customers and they will respond to it. Now designing a message is very important. For designing the message content should be good. That means rational, emotional and moral will be there. And message structure should be there. It should be the drawing should be there. The drawing should be there. Logo should be there. One side, that means attraction link should be there. If it is one side or both sides, we have to see that. And the next one is message format. How you are formatting it. It should be very important. In such a way that customers after seeing the message in it, one or two lines, it's enough, not more than that. Customer doesn't have time or interest to show awareness of your product. It's you, the marketer, should have to create such a thing that the people should have to purchase. Yes, sir. Next, choosing media. What sort of media we have to choose? Either by personal communication channel or non-personal communication channel. The personal channel is any celebrity will be there to whom we are targeting face-to-face personal selling or promoting by a group of audience, targeting to an audience in a any show. Non-personal communications are nothing but like print media, newspaper, TV media. What it means, we are not communicating, any person not communicating, but our advertisement, our message is delivering from one person to another person, from one place to another place, from one thing to another thing, from one time to another time. So these are the example. Now selecting the message source. Fifth one we will go for here. Selecting the message source. This one, message, selecting the message source. Yeah. What are the sources of it? Can be a person or non-personal communication. Who are going? That means, as I told in the earliest before this topic, this step, that they'll target to the doctors. I have given the example of the salt. The Indian has been targeted by the doctors. That means they are selecting the message source, what sort of source, who to whom we have to select for this product, for this advertisement. So what is happening here in this? You are targeting your customer. Okay, so that is very important for us. Now, another thing, the last one is collecting feedback. Collecting feedback is very important. Nowadays, if you may have seen the airlines, airways, what they will do, they'll give the form to the passengers and they'll collect the feedback of their services. If they are having the positive, they will build it up and they will continue, or they'll add some more features. If they are getting the negative impact feedback from the passengers or the customers, what they will do, they want to sort out that and they are going to fill up their gaps what the customers are raising as a negative impact. So this is very important, and this was the one more design steps in developing the effect. How it affects, if you are identifying the target audience, you will, next the step is you have to determine the communication objectives either by awareness, knowledge, liking, preference, convictions, and purchase. Designing the message, the message should be, again, it should be an attention one, it should be a interest one, it should be a desire one, it should be an action. And the choosing media, what sort of media, verbal or non-verbal, you have to select it. Selecting the message source, what sort of personality you are, to whom you are going to select. The last one is collecting feedback. So this is very important for communicating. Okay, at last, I want to share you here one moral in Urdu. People used to say, while communicating, you have to speak or talk in such a way that people should have to understand and able to get the knowledge. What you are saying, what you are expressing, it should have to be understandable for another person. You are saying something and other people are understanding something, then there is a gap between the communication. There is a small proverb people used to say, before independence people used to do this in Delhi office. uh, what's that in Urdu? It is there. So if you permit me, I will talk in Urdu for 1 minute. The uh, sentence is, the moral is in such a way that if we are saying something and people are understanding something, that this moral is suitable for them. How? What is that moral means? क्या रे भैरे बोले तो अल्लाह का फजल है बोला कर. अरे भैरे बोलते हाँ अल्लाह का फजल है वो. They should not be like that. That means what we are saying something he should have to be understand. Okay. So this is a very important point for promoting of a product in the mindset of the customer. Hope my dear students, please comment on my channel and give me your attendance. And secondly, if you are having any doubt or queries within this explanation part or any related part, please send the message to me. Definitely, I will give the feedback to you, or you can collect my number from Fayaz, or you can come to him also. He will get in touch with me. So I hope this will be a very important point for all the students for how to promote yourself. Yourself is also, you are also a product for this world. And coming to the general discussion, I want to tell you here, nowadays everyone are becoming an entrepreneur. I'm telling you, my dear students, frankly, I'm speaking as an experienced person too. Uh, our mothers are becoming a good entrepreneurs by sitting at home. They are promoting their products and they are selling. Really, I'm talking about the current situations. They are earning also. I saw an example I'm giving. One my relative has there. She is a lady and she's the mother of 2 kids, and her husband is not supporting to her, and she is in depth of loan. So what she had done, she started purchasing. Uh, she had taken a worth of loan of rupees of 10,000 rupees from her relatives, and she had not bring some ingredients for to fulfill her children's bill. She went to the market and she purchased some wholesaler dress materials for women, ladies. XL size, double XL size will be there. She purchased that. Uh, she got the amount. That means she purchased in such a way in in dozens. So it cost per unit. She purchased it worth of rupees 200 and 225 or 250 rupees, and she sell here because she knows the value of that product. When they are going to purchase that shirt shalwar or what it may be ready-made dress, it costing almost 500 to 700 or 800. So she started selling that by 475 rupees, less than 500 rupees. So first she had advertisement in his relatives and she started motivating and she had done in neighbors. That means her selling, personal selling has been selling of that her product in the neighbors, relatives and known persons. She told me that within a week, she sold all the 10,000 goods what she bought, and she had saved apart from 10,000. She also get two or three dresses for her personal use in that amount. She had saved in such a way because she told that I got a customer from village. In the village, it was 800, so I have sell them for 600 also. So she is here by saying the customer they will target. So like that, she has saved some amount. Again, what she had done, again she had went for 10,000. Again she purchased. Now, not she doesn't need week time. It took her only 3 days that she has done. Like that, in a month, she started selling of 50,000 rupees goods and she saved 25,000 rupees per month. In a single month, she saved 25,000 rupees. So now she's saying, I did best thing or wrong thing. That if I bought the 10,000 ingredients, now I won't not have get 25,000. Now within that 1 month, 25,000 rupees. Now she had bought 10,000 ingredients. Again, she's having 15,000 rupees in hand, and she's continuing her business. She has become an entrepreneur. I don't want to take her name or position because she's the female. She requested not to do. Hi, for your motivation, sir, just I'm giving her example, and she's also from Hyderabad old city only. That's it. And her children has become now a big entrepreneurs. Big entrepreneur. Their shops are there in Lord Bazaar. Big Lord Bazaar shops. Not one son is having four, five shops. Can you imagine that? So your promotion and distribution system is playing a vital role in promoting your business and product. Thank you, students. I have taken more time. If any queries, any doubts, please let me know so that I can confirm it and I am going to work on it. Thank you. Hmm? वो F9 में बना के F9 दबाया दबाया इधर आके जा लिंक दे देता है नहीं और
क्या रिकॉर्डिंग बंद करा ना
F10 का बाबा
पानी है जाना है हमाम में से आई नहीं
वहाँ रिकॉर्डिंग वाला तो क्या करते बस सुना था क्या खिड़कियाँ में Good morning, students. How are you? My name is Muhammad Hyderabad. In product, it's a subject, core subject. It's a marketing subject. Yeah. In this chapter, you are going to learn.
ठहर ठहर मैं आपको बता रहे कैसे उधर से आ रही थी स्टॉप करो ठहर यहाँ पे चेक करते रहो यहाँ है ना
वो सेव हुआ?
वही तो देख रही हूँ।
मैं दबा रिकॉर्डिंग हो रहा है अभी तक।